I wanted to try to explain some astrology. We have Sun in Gemini, which is Mercury ruled. And then we have Mercury that has been in Taurus, which is Venus ruled. Venus is a major event happening. We just had the opposition to Pluto, and so this at 0 degrees fixed Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo is going to be affecting people. Now what's going to really be mounting up, so by June 11th there's going to be like a snap of the cosmic finger, because Mercury, at the same time Mercury is going to go into Gemini, which is at home, and finally we can communicate. See, it's not very good in Taurus over there. So now it's going to pick up extremely. A lot of motion is going to be possible, a lot of travel and short trips and long trips, more like short trips and short communications. Main thing is that Venus, see, at the same time, right the day before, Venus is going to square Jupiter on the 11th. On the 12th is when Mercury goes into Gemini, and then see, it's supposing right then it's going to trine Pluto, Mercury will, which is a moment of clarity. See, but the Venus square Jupiter that's going to happen, which is happening, it's increasing, and it's going to hit exact on the 11th, and then it's going to kind of at 5 degrees. That's still affecting whoever has the orb, say from 5 degrees over to 16 degrees, or I mean, more like 10 degrees, say 11 degrees, and then back to 0 degrees, or even we're talking about going into Aries again, as far as that the square that is hanging in the sky with Pluto, the Pluto event. This thing is really important for people to know. See, it's money issues, it's money matters, because there's been a nodal axis that's been an eclipse in I've been talking about it, the Taurus, Scorpio, and it has to do with shifting our perception about what is true wealth. Really, like what is good for our bodies. Being healthy is, there's nothing more valuable than that. Now, what faction of society is clueless? Can you look at most of the United States is headed into morbidity. Morbid, their health is, why? Oh, just make money. Go out and make money, make money, make money. God, man, there's something going on this planet. I am looking at it, it's like, no, I can't anesthetize myself enough to ignore it. And I can't get into it. I can't get lost into it. That's what I mean, is I just can't get lost into it. Like everybody else is just like, yay, let's go to the circus and fucking ignore our morbidity and how terrible we really feel and what's going on out there. I mean, what's worse, seeing all that shit happening, or be the happening of it, being just right all up in it, babes. See, if you can imagine, yes, of course, I act paranoid. Here I am. I know I'm in the clear. I maintain a garden. It's fine. There's nothing dead here. There isn't anything dying here. I have to keep it, cut it out. There's some things I manage here, and it's seen. But what's encroaching and what is just here and ready to send you through a cookie cutter, and your real life is in danger. Most people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when you say your real life, and that is what Christ was talking about. By the way, you have a real life. And that has sent a lot of people into nihilism, right? The nihilism saying, well, because what is that coming from? That you don't have a life. So that is a belief too. It's like, well, what do you mean? Well, technical terms, man. It's just the same as when psychologist Sam Vaknin, not just me, babes, they say that 80% of people, a narcissist, is non-human, the living dead. They're just not alive yet, because why? They live in their minds. The mind is the living dead place. That's what's conducting out there, saying that this is more real than what? Well, anything's possible other than, especially, this is just one possibility. What's been going on that could be easily folded over by Mother Nature. If you just leave it alone, then the wind blows and then it's all covered up or something. And everybody gets frightened of that. They are. They are frightened of the natural world. There is something on this planet that I don't care to mingle with at all, and I don't. But that's all that's here. To me, that's all that's here. Where I live here, that's all that's here. Now, I would like to just go general and say it's just big money. Big money. It's what big money has incubated and conducted. It doesn't have to be what I'm specifically talking about. Some people who hate to be called this certain thing. And it's like, shit, you'd hate to be called certain anything. Like me, I don't like to be associated with the white man. The white man is the poison. Well, because me, well, come on, the truth is, as a human being, as a human organism, you don't know who you are. You haven't even contemplated the maze, the mess here. It's a big soup pot. You know, me, I have a great grandpa who built this place who was half Indian because his mom was whole Indian, whole Osage Indian. We can call him Native American, but there isn't anything more schizophrenic than that, to say that there is such a thing as Native American Indian. Indian. Oh God. The reason why that the Europeans called the people who originally lived on this continent Indians is because they thought they landed in India. We still don't know who those people are. As far as we, also, you have to stop saying we. I say we. As who? Am I the white one? No. Nope. You are this moment now. And, we suspect, like, okay, so this is a machine. You're a fucking programmable machine. Some creators made you, and they're having a blast watching what's rendering up and down and whatever the fuck is going on. And it's like, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore. I see a different potential. I see a different way to be. Simply, it's like, and the life that is here available, like what can be, the potential, the potential, like say the possibility of even being there, is being wiped out. People don't really know how to do anything anymore about anything, right? It's just a prefab bunch of shit, and that is not your idea. It's not coming from the place of having attained, say, the creativity, okay, and then say the artistry is there. You have been the countermeasure of all of that fucking shit that's being driven by something. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. It needs to end. And we see constant wars because of that. We see constant destruction of what? Well, they want to knock down a statue, and somebody gets pissed off because they burn a church, and then, they hit the Twin Towers, and now there's a war in Ukraine, and then all this stuff. It's like, can't just blast it. It's all fucking waste anyway, man, as far as the lie that it's built on. And because of it's a lie intergalactically, it's like, oh God, stay away from that, because it's legal to just that if you really wanted to. They want to get it to where, what I mean is just to wipe it out. Press a button. If it was humane, it would be hydrogen bombs. Let me get back to the stupid astrology here. Not enough people sacrificing themselves for the truth. So what we have here, okay, so Venus square Jupiter, that's a total waste. Whoever has Venus square Jupiter, it's coming up, okay, so it hits exact on the 11th. And then on the 12th, Mercury goes into Gemini and Pluto clicks back into 29 Capricorn. This is like moving into the twilight zone as far as the Pluto and Capricorn. This is the thing that's conducting the subconscious rewiring of all of humanity. Really, it needs to be done, and it has to. If you can imagine going both ways, there's one way to go where you can access your truest intelligence, which is hooked up to. Oh man, it's hooked up to God. Let's just say that. Man, what a controversial subject for people out there that, well, who killed Jesus? Those people weren't very into saying having faith in. I'm just going to say the truth. What is the truth? What does that mean? What is it? You know, we need to have a conversation about what is it. Let's just open it up. What is it? If there was a possibility of the truth, what possibly is it? I love that subject matter, but you know what? It took years and years and years and years to finally get a grip and say, oh, I get it. Yeah, I see that. That's amazing. Oh, wow. You know? Because we can't say us mystics and well, say Christ consciousness. If you just it's possible within you. It's possible within you. It's possible within you. That's what Christ was saying, and everybody's like, "Ha! No, hi, how are you? Let's go to Disneyland." Isn't this a dream already? And now you have a crock of shit on top of it. That's what we're fucking worried about. What is this crock of shit going up? What is this overlay onto a perfectly good life in reality? Where even a child can see a different possibility. Really, it's so hard right now. It's so hard to even look through it all and find if there is. There's where you have faith, though. You have faith. See, a lot of people don't know, but you're just looking for a feeling, right? You just want a feeling. So let's get back to this Venus square Jupiter, how if you notice, it's not fun to spend money. It's not fun. Why? Because you work so hard for it, and then you're not just you want to save it, and is that the point? It's like no, your mind is all fucked up. So then, but look at what money is doing. And so with Venus square Jupiter, okay, this involves women. To me, it involves women, and so Jupiter is in this big blown up Earth thing. You know, we don't know, like literally, is the Earth going to blow up? You know, but on the 11th, Venus squares Jupiter. So for everybody, it's like chain your wallets down. I mean, people who have Venus squared Jupiter, it's looking like somebody is going to give women money or something, but it's going to be like this. She just wants a pedicure and to dye her hair. Have you noticed the increase in absolute filthy fucking bullshit out there? I associate it with the vaccines. How that it brought everybody into this. I can almost feel it. I'm such an empath, and you know what? I want to get the fuck out of there here. Because it's like they put a helmet on into everybody. They just stuck it from the inside out. It's there, and they just feel their bodies, and they feel this scrambling. Just it's not in order. There was supposed to be a cosmic order, but they're just now because why? Fear driven there. Drove them there, and now it's their bodies. It's their bodies. It's not even their choice. They're stuck in this fucking notion that they are a body, and their minds are just like, how do we stop us from getting a wrinkle? And so it's just blown up to get your cosmetics going. And you notice the sections are just getting huge with this fucking superficial fucking shit about your petty thing that the human is trying to do with makeup and